Hello, Gizmos, and welcome back to episode 3 of the Drayton Town Career Mode on Eafc25. So, we are back with the story behind Drayton. This is an interesting one, really. It's because when you do Saturday League, you obviously have to register with like the FA and everything like that. So, the way it came about, me and a couple of group of friends were just literally playing down the park, and you could find a goal that no one else was playing on. So we were really interested, like, oh, I wonder how we like do what they're doing. How do we play 11 aside? Because we were getting good numbers for a kickabout. We would play like singles or World Cup and stuff like that, and heads and volleys, 60 seconds, all the games you used to play. Like growing up as a kid and teenager. So we were just like, oh, it'll be interesting to see if we could create a team. So me, Mikey, Chris, and a guy called Adam actually came back to my flat that I was living in at the time. And we were like, oh, let's look into this. We went onto the FA, and we were just proper hardcore, sort of really searching it up, having a really good sort of in-depth, like, oh, how do we do this, do the kit, do that. And after probably about a week or so, we then got like Tommy involved. He wanted to help out and see what we could do. So then it just all came together. We registered as a club, and then we just came about. And then, we had to wait like 6 months. We registered in like sort of April, May time. And then, not even, probably about that actually, to be fair. And then we just had to wait till September. So we had a good summer to get like really fit. I know it's not like Premier League or professional football standard of fitness, but we had to get in shape because obviously it's running around for 90 minutes. The drills, getting the team, knowing each other, playing is different to kickabout to actually playing. So there was a lot of going backwards and forwards with a lot of stuff as well. So really interesting how we did it. We then became a team. We took over for so long, literally like years and years, that we did it for, probably about 11 years that we did it for. Mick did it for about 6 or 7, and then my dad took over and then carried on doing it for the rest. So it was really good that we managed to do that. I can't take it away. It was like special to me and to a lot of the people as well in sort of the Drayton fold. We actually used to be called DCP. That was the original name for 2 years. Didn't like it, then changed it, and then we got into Drayton Town. So as you can see, I'm just sort of going through the teams. You've got to replace a team and pick a rival, as you all know. It's really hard to replace a team because I normally replace Crawley, but they're in League One. So I went with like the ability of the worst actual team in start, because that's what we would kind of replace. So in the end, I did actually replace Accrington Stanley once I get through to it and clear Accrington off. And also they had a lot of kind of like a lot of racism allegations from their like chairman, their fans. They denied it, said that Colchester were wasting time. Actually didn't get rid of Accrington. It was Salford that I got rid of because no one likes them. But I thought about Accrington just for that sole reason. But in the end, Salford got rid of Salford. The class of 92, they only formed in 2014 sort of thing, or they bought the shares in them. So, and I watched a video from someone where it was the least talked about or liked club. So it just made sense in the end that they went and got rid of. But we really enjoyed our time at Drayton. I went, even though I went in goal like towards the end, just because there were better players out on the pitch than me, I always scored in every single season that we did. From the first season to the last season, I always scored a goal, which was amazing. I think my highest in one season was like 13, 14, which is not too bad. And then like even my lowest was like probably 1 in all fairness, but I still managed to score over every season. It would have been amazing for every game, obviously, but it just wasn't my sort of thing. Our kits, I was kind of toying with the idea of not doing this kit. This is the kit we had for 6 years. We did have like an Inter Milan type blue and black kit. We had a plain white top with blue on it. We had a lot of different variations of kits, but this kit we had the longest on. We're just going to put this in here for a season, and then the next season I'll design a new sort of style of home kit, different pattern, maybe a different shade. But that is the blue and white kit, I should say, that we used. So I'm going to go with this one. For some reason I did the third kit next, but the third kit again, I was looking for all the different patterns, going for all the different colors, what would really work. it's really hard to tell, because if you look at the kit, it looks like it looks really pink, yeah, and really dark blue and like really light pink. But on the actual kit, from the guy that's wearing it, it doesn't look that sort of color in the resemblance. So I was just changing my mind. I'm sort of pragmatic with these sort of things. They've got to match. They've got to look like the proper kit color. Even like a green sort of color didn't really look overly green and with the pink. So then I was like, oh, if I brighten up the pink and maybe put yellow and blue and everything like that, I was just really toying with the idea. However, I will say for the career mode and the kits, and hopefully it's the same with clubs, that some of these added designs kits are absolutely amazing, and also they're not glitched. Thank God for that. Like, they're not the basic white EA stripe kits, so they're not glitched. So thank God they actually have done that. So we wait to play clubs and see if the boots are glitched. With all the designs and stuff like that. But in terms of this kit, really nice, trying to fit with the colour that the referee would see if any of my players are going to get booked. But I really like that kit. Nice green and pink kit. I actually did then the away kit, already did that, but then I went back and changed my mind because of the colour, because of the brown. I wanted black, but it looked brown. So then I was like, wow, what if I actually picked brown? Will brown look more black? Which doesn't make sense. Like, it really doesn't make sense. So I was like, orange, maroon. Again, you're just toying around with the color of the ideas. I have an idea of when I'm going to record these, or when I'm going to design these. I know what kit I want, what 3 colors I want, and how I want it. So again, it's telling me that you already have that black, but it didn't look black. And then a little bit of purple on there. So I was just going all over the place. I was thinking, I just can't find a really nice kit. And in the end, I did find something. I went with orange. Really, really nice and divine. It's black, orange, and purple. Of course, look at the kit that I've designed, not the actual one where it's tucked in, because you can't really see that. So as you can see, that it is actually the actual kit at the base where it's tick, is the purple underneath it as well. So you've got the orange little thin strip, but again, it's black on the kit on the right hand side with the guy wearing it, but on the actual kit, on the picture frame and the color of the primary color, it looks more a maroony brown sort of thing. So I don't know if that's my screen contrast. I have it set on gaming with brightness colors on. So when you play games, it just helps you sort of see, and obviously they're like, oh, pick this shade where it's barely visible sort of thing. So again, it's just one of them sort of things that you say EA needs to sort out, but regardless, I really like these kits. Really, really nice and enjoyable colors, and then of course you get to change them all again next season as well. Our goalkeeper kit was always pink for a very, very long time, like 8 seasons that we had a pink kit, and then we went over to a green kit because another company sponsored us, and the green kit was absolutely vile. So I'm going to stick with the pink, shall I say. We had this horrible green stripy, like zigzag sort of type goalkeeper kit. It was absolutely vile. Wasn't none for wearing one. I wanted the pink one when I went in goal. But yeah, really nice kits. I personally like the third one. The third one's unique with the pattern of the style. The away one is actually quite smart. It's like a plain top with a little bit of pattern on it, so it's still decent in that respect. Our home kit is obviously, it means a lot to me, and probably like the original boys of Chris, Mikey, Tommy, Paul, my dad, a couple of other players, because we played in that for so long, and it was just always our kit. We always used to keep it, take it home, wash it, and all that stuff. So yeah, absolutely love all 3 kits, and the goalkeeper kit included. Onto our badge. Our badge was designed by Mikey, which was like a lion face. Kind of not like the England lions, but it was just like the picture of a lion's face in a badge with a black outer crest. And the lion was just sort of like, not even a coloured lion. I think it was just like a white lion. Wasn't fully detailed in, but it was just a really nice design. We couldn't get it onto the badge and stuff like that because it's quite hard. So I've gone with the same sort of themed type badge, shall we say, of the lion. So our stadium, we actually played at 3 pitches for a long time. We played what was called a Farlington. We played there for quite a long time, in like the sort of the marshes and everything like that. The games come and go whether it was going to be called off because heavy rain. It was marsh land, so it was obviously going to flood. Then we went up to South Downs, which is a college in Portsmouth. Where they had AstroTurf at the back, so we rented that out. Then it got really expensive, and in the end, we went to Cal Plain College, and their AstroTurf was absolutely amazing. It was like top notch. It was proper 3G, 4G, really nice pitch. So because we used to play down in Drayton and stuff like that, that's why I've called it Drayton Park. And then, yeah, just a little bit design on the kit. It's kind of fun that you get to design these sort of little steps with the pitch, the stadium colour. I toying again with the idea, do I go kit colour, do I go away colour, mix it all up. You can do the dual stuff, really show it all out there. But one with white, nice blue seats, keep it nice and fresh, simple, shows off the stadium. Of course, we've got the basic stadium with the free stands, kind of looks like Oxford's. And again here, just normal pitch colour, like looking at the pitches. I have noticed when I was even playing FC24 was that halfway through the season, that the pitches would sort of die out, go brown, a little bit of holes in them, cutting up the turf, which is like more realistic. So I think I went for the same here. Like, if we go for a darker green, they'll get ruined during the pitch, and like potentially you have a little bit of grounds work to do as well. So kind of gone with that. The hexagon shaped pitch with the triangle background for the net actually looked kind of cool, but couldn't have that in the end. The net didn't really bother me. I could have gone with our home colours, but I just went with like the basic sort of like all of the kits put into one, really. Just put it all out there. I was just really looking for a kit that, you know, hit the back of the net. So I went with kind of all of our colours. There's a white bit in there, pink and blue as well. So really cool. I didn't do the atmosphere because that ruins it. So went on with that. So all three kits, the badge is done, the pitch is done, the stadium's done. It looks absolutely amazing, cannot lie. Really looking forward to it. Just making sure that I've double checked everything, got everything sorted, because you don't want to obviously ruin that. And then here, obviously the squad. This is not the squad. We'll obviously have these players which I'll sell and then release. It will just obviously be our players. I need to obviously make sure that I've got a lot of players and a lot of squad players. So I need to make sure that I don't oversign them, so hopefully a couple of players do go straight away. If not, I might have to release some in order to sign them, but it's never been a problem, even though I have added 2 more players. But even still, that's never been a problem. The way to do it, if you ever want to do this sort of thing, this is the way to do it. What you have to do is you have to put everything on low, but your financial medium, young and 5 million, because your budget, if you did like 10 players or 11 players, you could probably do it with £1 million budget. But I went for 5, just to have that little bit extra, and then I'll put the rest in there. I have watched, obviously, the deep dive career mode, so you have to put money in facilities. You have to actually spend money to get better coaches and stuff like that. So that would be good to use the budget every now and then. I'm not just going to upgrade everything and have the best, you know, the best squad, the best team, and everything like that. So I will be hopefully there at the end of the first season. If I don't get promoted first season, that's absolutely fine. We'll then obviously go again in the second one. But yeah, this is how you're going to sort of do it. You do everything like that, and then you crack on with it, basically, and you just get started if you ever want to create your club with all your creative players. Some people just use what they have and just work it from there. But that is going to be the end of the episode, guide. I do appreciate you all watching these videos. I've had some good feedback from them so far. And also in regards to, obviously, the other sort of views going up and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate you coming here. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I really do appreciate that as well. But nonetheless, guys, that's episode 3. Join me for episode 4, and then hopefully we can get cracking with the season.